Hey and welcome to my video. My name is Nina and today I'm going to be showing you my completed Animal Crossing island. This island is half forest core, half meadow core if you want to add the core at the end, and it's supposed to feel like a cozy stroll around just at that time of the day when it's about to rain but it's not quite raining yet, so the air smells very nice and fresh and also kind of like warm in a sense. So I just wanted this island to feel like a hug and a safe place for everyone that comes to visit. So let's start off by showing you my flyover that I filmed earlier today. Now, as I said, this island is halfway covered in trees and halfway covered in flowers, but actually it's just very overgrown and just very natural, and it also has some farmy elements to it and a lot of sleeping and napping nooks that you can also read in or paint, just cozy things and warm colors, and yeah, just like an embrace. So before we are going to be walking around, I want to show you my map. So this is my island layout that I chose or terraformed, and I have two island representatives, and that's my character Nina, and then we also have Pippin. That's a little nudge to Lord of the Rings, as that's my favorite character in my favorite story, so I just had to have him on this island. I did have a character of Pippin on my first island that I had but restarted, and now I just had to bring him back because I really wanted to have a tent that I could decorate, as this island also features a lot of little campsites and kids tents. And then for my villagers I have Marshall, Wade, Lolly, Coco, Freckles, Melba, Stitches, Dobie, Henry and Maple. And right at the bottom of the screen you can see my dream address, so if you would like to come and dream of this island and tour around with me, then you are more than welcome to. And if you do visit my island, I would love to see some pictures, so if you would like to share them, please tag me in them. I would love to see. So yeah, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. And we are greeted by Henry. Hello, my baby. Now, right as you enter my island, you get this little view of a small lake that I terraformed, as I wanted to, right from the get-go, give off the main aspects of my island, because it features a lot of water and a lot of trees and many weeds and flowers and very natural elements. Yeah, so I wanted to include them right at the entrance so that people, when they visit, know what they are getting into. So yeah. And now as we head to the right, that connects to resident services. So if you were to dream of this island, you would obviously wake up here. Yeah, but I just wanted to start the tour at the entrance, as well, it's the entrance to my island, so I wanted to start at the airport. And now down here I put a few little presents, so there may be an outfit and a few little items for you to just maybe smile upon and take some cute pictures in. And now we are going to the left first. Now as we go up this incline, we enter this small little cliff that just features another pond, which is you will see a lot of many ponds and many rivers and streams on this island. So there's this little pond and waterfalls, and you can just sit by them and read a book. And then going over to the left, this is a little camping spot where you can just look over the museum, which I will get to in a minute, but yeah, you can see it from up here. And I chose to put a lot of tents here so that it kind of looks like a bigger campsite, as I chose to keep Blathers in his tent, which is kind of a big trend right now because it's just so much cuter if you decide to do a natural island. Yeah, it fits a lot better in my opinion than the huge structure that it upgrades to. And now if we walk over to the right and hop over that little stream, we come to Marshall's house. Now he has a little sunken waterfall and a little flower patch. And I just tried to keep it very simple for him because I felt like that kind of fits his vibe. He's very classy and kind of chic, but also cool. So I wanted to create this little laid-back area, not much color and just a few hints of blue here and there. And I gave him a piano because I read online that his hobby was music. And now if we go up behind his house, we have this little swinging bench that he likes to sit on and watch over the little lake that is behind it. So we're not even like 5 minutes into the video and there are already 3 lakes featured. So prepare yourselves, okay? There's a lot of waterscaping on this island. And then to fill this cliff, because I like to also include furniture pieces on my cliffs to make it feel more lived in, I included this little writing nook because I imagine him to also be very educated, I think. And it's right next to the museum, so I thought education, museum, you know, that kind of ties Marshall and the museum together. At least in my head, that makes sense. And then he can do his laundry down here. Now, if we go back down this incline and then go right next to resident services, we have this little reading nook that's supposed to be kind of a waiting/reading area that you could sit and wait for people that arrive at the airport, or maybe you just wait for people to dream of this island and for Luna and her bed to appear. You know, magic could happen any minute. And then if we head over to the left side and behind resident services, we have this little strawberry picking field/stall where you could come and pick your strawberries or grab a piece of strawberry cake. Yeah, as I said, there are also quite a few farmy areas on my island because I just can't get around them when I design. I just love doing those because I love using, as I said, natural items. Please just insert any word that I ever use and just build your sentences by yourself. I feel like I always say the same things about my island, but you know, I'm not a writer, I'm a designer, so I don't need words to be my thing, you know. And then as we cross this bridge, we have my lake, and to the right of the lake we have a little sleeping nook where you could just lie down and roll around in the log bed, which I think is so cute. And then we could walk around the lake, and I'm going to be panning up my camera also a lot because I think this island just lives from just tilting your camera and actually entering camera mode, because I try to focus a lot on like wider views and angles on my island. So if you want to get the full experience, I definitely recommend panning up with the camera a lot. And now we are going to cross this bridge, which also has a very cute double bridge moment, and I love it. It's one of my favorite views. And then we enter Melba's orchard, and I will be including all the custom designs in my description box so that you can just find a design if you like. And also there are many speed builds of most of the areas on my island, so if you are interested in any specific area that you see in this video, then you are more than welcome to check out my speed builds. So yeah. Now we just went through Melba's orchard and farm to table area, and then we come to this other small campsite and a very, very tiny picnic that's kind of hard to get to, but I love this little half island peninsula thingy, and I thought it would be very tucked away and just fit my island a lot. And then heading down this beach, we have this little laundry area, which belongs to Wade, who is my best baby boy. I love him. I don't actually know where the love began, but he was on my first island, and I always brought him back when I flattened and kind of kicked him out for aesthetic purposes. Am I a bad person for that? I think I am. But he's never leaving this island, even if I already know what my next island theme is going to be, and he does not fit 100%, but because it's him, I'm going to make it work, okay? You need to challenge yourself sometimes. So let's just praise my boy a bit. And also on my island, I mainly used yellows, oranges and white, but I did put a few pops of red here and there so that it just adds like some interesting parts and also feels very cohesive. So there are a few pops of reds everywhere, but it's not too red because I just wanted to keep it a bit lighter in color. And then Wade has this little lakey river thingy with a bunch of tiny islands that you can also sit on and read a book. And then if we head through this little flower field, we get to Pippin's little tent that I did decorate inside of, so let's maybe just head in. Now, this is just a very cozy tent that I kind of want to feel like a little tent that kids would play in. Yeah, like a little teepee fort, you know, when kids just build their little forts out of like bed sheets and just throw pillows and teddy bears in it. So I wanted this tent to feel like that kind of vibe, or maybe just a kid's bedroom even. Just cozy and very yellow actually. So yeah. And now we are going to head back up and through that flower field. Also, there are many ducks featured on my island, because you can never have enough decoy ducks, you know, many duckies. And those petals floating up behind the tree, that's the festival confetti machine, if you were wondering, and it looks very nice if you hide it behind trees or items. And now we are crossing this little chessboard, like chess area, and we get this very nice view of Melba's orchard right next to Blather's little tent. I just love Blathers in his tent. I'm not sure why, but I think most of you understand, and it's a very big thing on Instagram and stuff to keep Blathers in his tent. And then I just love when you sit in this rocking chair and pan up the camera. I love the view that you get, and if you would enter camera mode, which I'm not doing right now because that would take up so much time if I just panned up my camera every time I like the view, because it's my island. I obviously like many views. So yeah, just if you visit, I definitely recommend doing that. Now before coming to my house, we are going to be heading up this incline, which leads us across this bridge that kind of overlooks the flower field behind it, but not really, because the main viewpoint we are going to be getting to in just a minute. But first we are going to go down and visit Maple's little apiary that we also build in a speed build. And now if we head up and over that little stream, we can actually get to the little lookout spot that I just mentioned that overlooks the little horsey flower field that I wanted to create because I love horses, and I grew up living next to horses grazing on a very, very large field. So I just made this little pumpkin patch where you could sit, carve pumpkins, and just relax, look over the field and enjoy the views. So now if we actually go down and then to the right, we have this little nook that I created for my character where I can come and sit, read a book, put on some cozy socks, and just cuddle with my teddy bear, you know, the little things you do in life. And then we have this little laundry area where I can come and wash my clothes or hang them up. And then we get to my house, which sometimes you just gotta accept your defeats, and in this case, the defeat is that I cannot decorate for the life of me when it comes to interiors in Animal Crossing. So I'm going to show you around inside because I feel like many people might struggle with interior decoration, and I just want to be real with you guys, and I also want to show you the parts of my island that I don't enjoy as much. Now, I did block off the 3 rooms leading off of this main room, so you can only enter this one and up and downstairs. But for this main room, I just I'm not even sure what could be the theme of this room. It's kind of like a hallway slash living room kind of situation, but I'm not sure. It's just supposed to be very cozy, and yeah, but as I said, it's not my brightest moments in here, you know? And now if we head down to the basement, this is my little art room, because in real life I am a graphic designer slash illustrator, so I wanted to have a spot where I can come and draw. And as I love to create and work at nighttime when it's dark outside, I'm not sure why, I might just be nocturnal like that. Yeah, so I turned off the lights, and I think in my entire house I use only indirect lighting, so all of the lights are not from the lights that come from the house, but from like different little light sources like candles and little lamps and stuff. So yeah, it just feels more cozy, and especially down here I just love how kind of gloomy this even feels in a way, you know, just like a basement. And now heading upstairs. This is my bedroom, which I tried to do that little thing with the wooden rock climbing walls where you can block off certain areas to create like kind of hallways or little nooks or corners in front of your window, because I always dreamed of having like a little nook in front of a window where you can either sit on and like draw or read a book with a cushion, like sit on the little cushion and have a cup of tea and just draw, or have my desk there. So I put my desk there, and then I also just added many cozy items and a fireplace, some cushions, and I did also include a snow globe because that's a little nudge to my first frame-by-frame animation that I did for university. It was called the snow globe, and in the opening frames it featured a snow globe sitting on a fireplace that you would kind of like fly into and enter the world inside of the snow globe. So I just thought that would be a nice little personal touch for me. And as I blocked up the other rooms, that's kind of it for this house tour. So let's continue on with the outside. Look at the little balloons, I love them. And you might have also gotten one if you visit my island, because I might have left you one, but no spoilers, no sir. Now if we hop across this stream, we have a little flower field that we saw from above. As I said, I love horses and I love to watch them graze because I feel like it's so calming and peaceful. And if we walk across down here, we have this little nook on my beach, which is kind of, I think, one of my favorite parts of my island, even if it's very simple and it's a beach. So rare that that's my favorite part. But this is what I dubbed my writing love letters to Wade spot on my island because I love him so much, and I thought it would be a lovely little touch to have a little nook where I can come sit and overlook the ocean and think of words where I could describe my love for the cutest little baby penguin there is, you know? So let's walk back and past my house, and then if we go up this log staircase, we enter this little kind of walkway, and in the distance you can already see some wind turbines, which I put on my secret beach. Now I did not decorate this for red, as I did not upgrade the museum, so red does not show up on my island. So this is just my secret beach behind my house, so I imagine it to be my private little beach. And I love how you can just look at the wind turbines from a distance because you can't get down. I did not leave a ladder for you, but if you would have a ladder, you could also not get down because I planted a bush there, because I am really just that precise with my demands, you know? You cannot go where I do not wish for you to go, you know? I might be a bit bossy actually, I think I just am now realizing, but you know, it's my island. I'm the queen of the green queen of drops. Oh Lord. Now, while I was babbling on, we were in this very, very nice sunken forest that I love so much. I also uploaded a speed build of that, and yeah, it's just a cute little nook, very natural. And it's right behind Lolly's house, and she has a little sewing slash, I actually intended it to be a like knitting area where she could like play with wool, because I imagine cats to really enjoy playing with little woolen things. So that's what sparked my initial idea for that area. And now if we go up once more, this is a little transition foresty area where I have some sheep's grazing, and if you cross this bridge and hop over this little stream, you get the, in my opinion, most beautiful and widest view on my island, and I love it a lot actually. I love how the colors flow together. I love the stunted trees and the mush items in the distance, and I also love how gloomy and yeah, just the perfect mixture of like still warm toned, but also it feels kind of like there's a soft cool breeze, which I love. I don't like hot weather, so as this is supposed to be my safe haven, and yes, I did not turn on the bonfire on purpose because I'm a scaredy cat and I am super afraid of fire. So if we head down this way, we can go down this incline, and then we can walk through this little forest and snake along this little path that leads us right to Dobie's house. Now, another area that we have built in a speed build, this is Dobie's lumberyard, and I wanted for him to be very tucked away in the forest and very cozy and natural, but also have some type of responsibility, because I really think that he gives up the vibe of being laid back and also kind of like the grandpa father figure for most of my villagers. So yeah, I gave him a little lumberyard where he could just cut the firewood for all of the residents, but also still have his peace, you know? And now if we circle back and go to the right, we have this little picnic area that overlooks another forest area that we, if you go down this incline, enter. And heading through this forest and to the left, we get to Coco's house. And I wasn't a fan of Coco's, but I really think she's just so adorable and her house fits perfectly with the colors of my island. And right behind her house, we have my hidden enchanted forest, which was the first video I ever uploaded to YouTube. And by saying I ever uploaded to YouTube, that was not too long ago. I sound like such an experienced YouTuber, which I'm not, and I mean I don't sound like one, but you get my point, you know. But yeah, I just dropped a few star fragments and added a lot of glowing items because I wanted this to feel very magical and cozy and dreamy. Yes. And I imagine this to be a spot where like kids would run away from home and like hide in the forest for the night and like plop down with their sleeping bags and just like cuddle up and look at the stars, you know. And then if we go to the right here, we have my campsite, which I did try to include a camper van, but looking back, I'm not too happy with it because I did not have enough space to put stalls behind it, so I just tried to layer another row of face cutout standees behind it. I think it works, but you just can't get too close, you know? Maybe it's Dobie's van, so you could actually not get too close because he likes his peace and like being alone, you know? And very conveniently, the day that I decided to update my dream address and film this tour, there was a campsite villager. I would have amiiboed someone in, but there was someone in there. I'm not going to mention who it is. You might actually not even want to check who it is. Yeah, an amiibo would have been a lot cuter, you know? Yeah, moving on. We walk down through this forest and have a bunch of cute little areas with cushions and another apple mush items and a lot of dropped items. We have many dropped items on this island, which kind of fits the name, you know, dropped items, raindrops. I'm not going to sing the song, but it's already in your head, you know. It's already in your head when I said that, I hope. If not, I just sound like a very weird old person or psychopath or something. Now if we walk down here, we could choose between going to the right and going to the left. Now we are going to the right in just a second. I just wanted to show you what's back here. We're not crossing this bridge as we will see what's on the other side in just a minute, but there's just another reading nook and another futon sleeping bag down here, but we will be circling back to the right now, which leads us to this other little seating area, and then we enter Henry's and Stitches' little villager neighborhood, which I love that I got to group Henry, Stitches and Freckles together because their houses just work so well. They have the perfect color scheme for each other and they just fit so well together. I love it. And yeah. Look at Coco and Stitches. I think Stitches has the zoomies back there. Oh, sweet little boy. And now if we head down this way, this is Stitches' house. Another yellow balloon. Many balloons on this island, but I think for a lazy villager it just fits that he has a lot of toys, you know. And down here we have his little picnic area that he can sit on and relax and have some cake. And then sadly, actually, because he does not fit my island too much, but we have Gulliver, and we just imagine him sleeping on the island, you know? He's not comatose, he's not knocked out from an accident with his ship. He's sleeping, okay? We just imagine that he's sleeping. And then we have this little laundry area, and if we would walk up this beach, we would get to Freckles' house again. And we have this little pond that I wanted to be between Henry and Freckles' house, because in my head, they are kind of like romantic with each other, or at least very playful, and they just love each other. So I thought it would be cute if a duck and a frog would share a little pond in their backyard, you know? And now crossing this wooden bridge, we can either go up or go down. Now we are going to go down for now. And this leads us to my Nook's Cranny. Now I chose to put Nooks on the beach so that I could have it out of the way and have more space for terraforming and woodlands and meadows, because I obviously do not have enough of those, you know. And then I chose to give Timmy and Tommy a little street market where my villagers could come and have some coffee or shop for some plants and crops and farmy stuff. So it's kind of a farmers slash street slash beach market. And I just wanted to decorate the beach as I would on land. I've kind of always just done that because I don't love the beaches and I never know what to do with them, so I might as well just decorate them as I would on land so that I could just have more space to decorate with. And then we have another view of my little welcoming lake. And now going over behind this cliff, we enter the second part to my shopping district, which is Able Sisters. And I chose to decorate this very simplistic, and I redid this I think 2 or 3 times because I wasn't happy with it, and still there are things that you might tweak here and there, but I think it just fits in with the forests and the meadows kind of, and it's just a very cute spot. Very simple, as I said, nothing special, but I like how it looks, and it's very calm for Mabel and Sable. And now if we go to the right from resident services and back here, we have another little picnic slash sleeping spot where you could just plop down after you just picked a bunch of strawberries that you can kind of see in the corner of the screen to the left. There's the little strawberry field where you could pick your own strawberries, so you could just munch on them right here and overlook this cute little waterfall. And to the right there you see the bridge that we never crossed when we were in the forest, so that's where that leads. And now I'm just going to circle back to the right to kind of show you how everything connects. So there's that little bridge again, and if we would go down here, we would get to the other bridge that also leads us to Nook's and the little villager neighborhood that we just went to. And kind of hidden behind the trees, we have another little nook and another tree branch that I forgot to pick up very conveniently. Thank you for that, Nina. I already saved the dream address. Well, might as well overwrite that again. But yeah, I think we have been everywhere, and this feels very small to me. I'm not sure if that feels that way to everyone, but yeah, that's it. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this island tour. This is me saying goodbye to the first version of Drop. I'm not going to be restarting, I'm going to be flattening, and I will probably even do that tonight or start it tonight. But yeah, I'm excited for what's to come. I already have a theme in mind, but I will keep you on your toes for that. So I'd love for you to stick around, and yeah, if you enjoyed this video, I would love for you to like and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here, and yeah, take care of yourself. Until next time, and bye bye.